The most important Cub today was absolutely Jameson Taillon. Like, no,
sure. Yeah, he was good
absolutely.
No question about it. We talked about it in the
minute.
pregame show. Like, what do you need to see out of Taillon? Like, I said quality start. I want to see some length, and he gave more than that. 7 1/3. Probably could have gone longer. He could have thrown a complete game had Counsell not gone to the bullpen. Just as far as like his pitch count was low, he was limiting hard contact pretty well. Obviously, it was the third pitch of the game. He gave up that home run.
It was fast. It was
Nimmo.
real quick.
Third pitch of the game, but after that, it was like he gave up 2 hits. I don't know. He may have walked one person, but he just had an outstanding performance. And like, this is 3 starts in now since he came off the IL. Just when started the year on the IL, came off his 3rd start, and he's looked good and he's gotten better every game. And it just looks like,
Yeah.
I understood going into the year, like, people just not trusting in Jameson Taillon because he had such a long stretch where it just wasn't either just bad or just not consistent. And he had a better second half, but it wasn't like always outstanding, always like this is a guy you trust with the ball, right? There was definitely some rough routing still mixed in there. So I understood the hesitation to like believe in him. But he's come out and 3 starts in, he's looking pretty good. And obviously the Mets, they were up the whole game. They were up 1-0 after the first home run, but he limited them too. As much as
they didn't even have opportunities really to do anything.
As much as Severino limited the Cubs, obviously, to 1 walk for a while, like JMO limited the Mets to the 1 home run and maybe another hit or 2 mixed in there, but limited them and kept them from adding on to that lead. It was huge.
There were a few batted balls that the Mets hit pretty hard, but just to the wrong part of the park. And it's like
a bunch of those went to PCA, who we know can cover a lot of ground.
It's one of those like that's baseball things, and everyone in our YouTube chat or on Twitter or wherever are always complaining about guys not hitting, and sometimes guys are hitting. It's just they're not getting the luck factor of it finding a spot where there's not an outfielder. And this is not to take anything away from Jameson Taillon at all, but there were a few there between that 5th and 7th inning where I was like, damn, this guy got lucky that he hit it to this part of the park or this part. And sometimes you need that, especially the fact that he had 1 strikeout. So, but with that said, he did get a ton of soft contact because after he gave up the homer to Nimmo, he got weak ground balls hit right back to him. Mm-hmm. And so I felt like after he gave up the home run to Nimmo and then those things proceeded to play out, you felt like, okay, maybe he's locking in here. And then he really did. As good as Severino was, Taillon was right there in terms of inducing what pitchers are supposed to do when you do give up contact, and a lot of ground balls, and he was just really efficient, going as deep as he did.
78 pitches through 7 1/3. Yeah.
And that's kind of like the pros whenever you don't get a lot of strikeouts, right? But with the chaos and stupidity of baseball, sometimes things just don't work out your way, right? Again, not taking anything away from him. I'm just saying, like, how many times have we seen a lot of those balls not go the Cubs' way as well, Yeah. The ball that O'Neill hit last night that was not hit hard at all, and, he put it in the right spot, Again, 1 strikeout. A lot of those could have gone against Taillon tonight, but they didn't, and the defense showed up tonight too. So, to me, it's a full team effort, but Taillon also gave you the length that you absolutely needed tonight.
He kept them in the ballgame. Had he not... or had he given up a few more runs and you really feel like this one's kind of over, he kept them right there, down 1 run, and as the Cubs, bats were just silent for most of the game. Like it was him going out there and getting them back up to the plate, right? A bunch of 1, 2, 3 innings or whatever. 82.1 mile per hour average exit velo, obviously really good. Only had 3 whiffs on 40 swings, 8% whiff rate, which isn't great, but. And he only had the 1 strikeout, but when you're getting softer contact, getting it on the ground, like you're gonna take that trade off. But he also had 17 called strikes, so that called strike whiff percentage of pitches definitely raised it up. So it was again just a really, really good performance from Taillon today. Again, at a time where the Cubs just need it, but they need it from everyone, but especially Taillon, who you're going into this year hoping he's at least a strong number 3, if not your number 2 in the rotation.
He even impressed the godfather of the CHGO podcast, Michael Collado, who said, yes, the pitcher we thought we were getting.
We all silly like the mayor.